Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Tech Twins for Data Science. My name is Roni, and today we're going to talk about deletion functions. As you can see here, I have selected the four functions that are useful for deletion in case you want to remove whether rows from a specific data frame, columns, or even multiple columns, as well as some elements from the list. So first we have del function, and it's pretty useful as it can delete objects, lists, or even elements inside a list. Next we have remove function that can remove elements from a list. And we have also draw function, and this is really can do everything. It can delete rows, one column, or even multiple columns at the same time. And finally, pop function, and it can delete elements from a list. As you can see, we see that remove and pop functions can do the same thing. And now I want to show you in the practical side as well. Let's get started. As you can see here, I have first imported the libraries, pandas, numpy. Then I have used the IMDb movies dataset. I just ran some cleaning on the specific columns, and we will use info for more information about this dataset. Let's execute the libraries first. So we have in the IMDb dataset for movies, we have popularity, budget, revenue, original title, directors, runtime, genres, production companies, release date, etc., etc. And here we can see the columns, and we see the type of columns. For instance, original title, it's subject, however it should be like in a string or something. And we have popularity, we see it is in float. Let me double check. Yeah, the ratio or the scale itself for the popularity column. And let's start with the first function, which is del function. And assuming I want to delete the first column, which is popularity, so I would use def popularity, and done. When I use def info, again, popularity is gone. We have here 16 columns, now we have 15. Moving on to the next function, which is remove. Remove function, as I say, it works with lists. So I have list 0, and I will have numbers from 0 to 9. Oops. 8, 9. And let's list 0 dot remove, and then 1. When I print list 0 again, let's see, it's gone. And when it comes to drop function works with the data frame, as I can see. So let's say if we want to delete one row, or delete one column, or delete multiple columns, how we can do that. So let's start first with deleting one row. So we have the data frame name, then drop, and then I just want to generate the data frame so we can see. So we have here 3,807 rows and 16 columns, because once I will run this function, we'll see it has been changes here. So when we want to drop, let's say, the first row, we'll use the index for that. So we have here the index. Python, as you know, starts from 0. So this is index 0 for the first row, index 1 for the second row, etc., etc. So I will delete the index for second row, which is with the title Mad Max movie, and I will use here 1 in place equal true. And let's see, when I run this data frame again, it's gone. It starts here, index 0, 2, and it's 3,806. So yeah, moving on to deleting one column. So I will use def.drop, and I will delete the budget column. Also, I want the access to be 1, which indicates that it's a column, and in place equal true. In place reflect that I want to change it, delete this column from the original data frame once and for all. So anytime I will use this data frame in another further steps, I won't find the budget column. So yeah, and now it's completed. I will just move it to a new code block, because if I run this one, it will give me an error since the first row is not existing anymore. So here we'll use it, and budget, when I execute this again, it starts with the revenue. And finally, deleting multiple columns. So def.drop, and this time I will create parentheses. So I will open parentheses, I will add revenue, I will add director, because I want director, yeah, okay, and runtime, because I want the original title to exist, access equal 1, in place equal true. now it just, as you can see, it disappeared. So I have original title and it starts with this data frame, and the columns are now 12. So we have covered the first, which is del function, we have covered remove, and we have covered drop. What's left is pop function. So pop function, let's create another list, and let's say you have list 1, which has this time words such as tick, twins, for data, and this one I'll make it signs, right? Okay. So pop, let's say pop 1. The nice part about pop function is that it will store the value after we delete it, let's say. So right now I will delete the second, which is this value, the index. So here I will store the index and I will call the name like deleted item. Okay, so I have deleted, and when I print the list again, it's gone. So we have tick, twins, data signs, right? Okay, in case I want to restore this value, the 4, I wanted to print it, so all I have to do is just use print function in deleted item. This far. So this is really useful when it comes to store the deleted or removed function, or I'm sorry, removed item, because in case I want to get back to this value and print it or use it in another sequence, so that would be pretty useful. And nice trick I have learned recently, which is, let's assume I have list 2 equal, and I have added numbers from 0 to 5, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I will use deleted number, so list 2 equal pop, and I will just store a number, let's say 1, done. List 0. So maybe I will just use the deleted value in another thing. No, so I will say currently we have the list or the deleted number, patients in the waiting room, and close it. So in this case currently we have 1 patient in the waiting room. So this is the usage of the pop function, is that we can use it or store the deleted item and use it later on in making more functions or making more calculations. And that's it. Thank you so much for today, and see you in the next video. Bye.